Something, 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 something just ain't right. Am I crying? Keep sweat voice. Some just ain't right. What's up? She talks too much. What's up, Zahara? Real talk. What's up, curvy girl? Ooh, y'all, something ain't right. So anyway, y'all, come on in the room. Come on in the room. What's up, Robin? What's up, Robin? Oh Lord. So anyway, you all, it's a lot going on today, but it is with heavy heart that one of my high school classmates passed away. It's really hard when you have what's up, Vivian? What's up, Sandra? What's up, Angie? It's really hard when classmates pass away. So me and this classmate went to elementary school together. We didn't go to middle school together, but then we wound up going back to high school together with each other. And it is really sad that, I have lost about one, two, three, about four classmates. And our class reunion is going to be in October. So it's coming up. And I just might fly home to go to the football game because you don't know when you're going to see these people again. You really don't. What's up, Unhinged? So you don't know when you're going to see these people again. What's up, Benzone? But y'all, let me go ahead and get to the get. Is it me or is something off with Jay Dunn? I'm not lying, y'all. And I'm not, look, I don't hate Jay Dunn. I don't want any harm to be done to Jay Dunn. But I could not believe that I was listening to her with this April situation and she was serious about it. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I don't know if because she want attention in the beef sector. I don't know what it's about, y'all. But some ain't right. That elevator ain't going all the way up to the top. She was really seriously upset because April was on somebody's platform. And Pizarro, let me say this, y'all. Pizarro is not as dumb. Thank you, Dr. Lashana Roos Brown. Pizarro is not as dumb as y'all think Pizarro is. Pizarro has, Pizarro's question was, Jay Dunn, she already apologized. What do you want her to do? What do you want her to do? And I mean, and Jay Dunn kept on going over the same thing over and over again. And far as her going to see Ness or hanging out with Ness, I mean, are you that invested in people that you get upset like that? Some ain't right. Some ain't right. And let me say this, y'all. If I give you something, now let me say this. I've had to come back a couple of times and I had to inform people of what I've done, not because I wanted to. It was because my hand was forced and some people was trying, I guess, get some clicks and views, and I had to come back and set the record straight. But never have I ever gave somebody something and then wanted everybody to know that I gave them something. So during that situation with the hurricane, and let me tell you why it was so off to me. I was listening to Gunn the whole time. I refused to respond of her coming up with some receipts. You first of all, you took too long to get the receipts. That's number one. You took too long to get those receipts. And then, Jay Don, whether it was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 months ago, I mean, you're bringing something up. I'm like, are you serious? So whether it was a year ago in October last year or whatever, it's not the time frame that's really a big issue to me. You're trying to make it the time frame. It's really not the time frame. It's what you did that's the big issue. So during the hurricane, you all, April had lost quite a great deal. She came on and she thanked everybody for what they had done. A lot of people had did some things for April. I did some things from April. A lot of people did. A lot of content creators did for April. April was very appreciative. April was very thankful. We went on. Nobody ain't thinking about it. We went on. Okay. I didn't. April didn't have to thank me or do any of that. None of that. None of that. But y'all see in the text where a certain person wanted somebody to thank them and to do all of this stuff, and I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? Is this what we doing now? Let me say this, you all. When we used to bless people, the rider lives. The only reason we would tell people to come up, and they didn't even, have to let all the folk know. We just wanted to know if they got their items because even back in the day, people were scamming. And so when I would send a laptop out, I sent a laptop out, I sent a tablet out. I mean, I sent gift certificates out. We used to send a lot of stuff out. Trust me. We used to send a lot of stuff. Y'all remember back in the day? I don't do that no more because it's too risky now because people will lie and say I didn't get it. And unfortunately, y'all, because of because people want a grandstand, because people want to show folk up and people are not truthful, I stopped. I stopped. I'm like, I'm not risking this so people can do this. But we used to do those things. And never did we tell anybody they had to do XYZ. Just let us know that you received the item. But you didn't have to come up and say, oh, I got it. Now, a lot of people did, but we never said you had to. So I'm listening to Jay Dunn, and I'm like, sis, are you really serious? You remember them days, Ron P? I'm like, are you serious, Jay Dunn, right now? So you mean to tell me that you were a blessing to April, but you wanted everybody to know what you did? And what that reminded me of, y'all, I don't know if y'all went to Baptist churches, but not only Baptist churches, it could be any church, but especially the Baptist church. At the Baptist church, if somebody was sick and couldn't make it or was out of town and couldn't make it, they wanted you to read how much money and offering that they gave. So if the preacher didn't say, Sister XYZ gave $50 and I'm putting it in the offering right now, honey, people will get very hot. I gave $100 and you mean he didn't call it out? Oh my God. We had one lady, and I guess she was on vacation, and the pastor didn't read her piece of change out. Hunty, when I tell you mother was hot as fish grease, she was not hearing it. Okay? Mother was hot as fish grease. Okay? Fish grease. And that's what Jay Dunn is giving right now. Jay Dunn, you don't give people stuff to throw it back in their face to say, I gave you this. It's anticlimactic. Why even give a person something and then you're gonna bring it up in their face 4 or 5 years from now? That's like buying somebody a dress and get them ready for church and then telling everybody you bought the dress. I mean, that's what I get. And I think it's crazy. And why should April have to do that now? And then she's gonna bring up that she gave me all of these cash apps. And Jay Dunn, I give people cash apps too. Jay Dunn, I have gone in and sent cash apps and blessed people with cash app as well. So when you give people cash app because you want to get a cash app or you enjoy the entertainment or you trying to show out or you trying to do XYZ, there's a lot of reasons why you give cash apps, but baby, no refund. Once you give, it's gone. And you trying to bring that up, sus, it ain't right. And let me say this too, Jay Dunn. You need to impress yourself. Stop trying to impress other people. You're not getting on my panel because you did something that was very, very uncharacteristic. It was very juvenile. And until you do the right thing, you will never come on my platform. It's just plain and simple. And I'm not trying to lord over my platform. You did something that wasn't right. Now, everybody can govern their platform how they want to govern their platform. It's a couple of people who will not come on my platform, and they know why they're not coming on my platform. So again, all of this stuff, and Jay Dunn, some ain't right. Some ain't right. And you giving me on the spectrum. You're giving me on the spectrum because all you can think about are the little things. It's not the time frame, whether it was 2 years ago, whether it was 3 years ago, whether it was 5 years ago. This time has passed. Either you help April out of the goodness of your heart, or you help April to be seen by others, or you help April to do other things. You know what I'm saying? But you did it for selfishness. You did it so you could be seen. You did it so people could say, "Oh, look at Jay Dunn. She gave April some money. Ain't that nice?" And you didn't do it for the right reasons. And that ain't April's fault. That's your fault. That's your fault, sis. And if you ain't gonna give it, don't give it. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all better learn lessons. Do not. It seems like every time things deal with Jay Dunn and money, something go wrong. Something go wrong. Every time Jay Dunn is mentioned with money, you better watch out because something is bound to go wrong. Or she gonna want her money back. Or she wants you to tell this. I mean, y'all, it's temper tantrum, control. It's a lot of things I see, and it's not right. It's not right at all. So that shouldn't even be the case. Wait a minute. Let me go somewhere. Hold on for a minute, you all. Okay, y'all, I'll be back. I'm pumping this gas. Okay, you all, I am back. I am back. So at any rate, you all, I just think it was odd. I just think it was odd. Don't the bottom line is don't don't give someone something. Don't give someone something that you're gonna want back later on. Or don't give someone something with the intent on letting everybody know this is what I gave and this is what I did for this person or this is what I did for that person. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not right. If you're not going to give it from your heart, then don't give it. If you're going to give it and then complain about it and then try to hold it over somebody's head because later on you fall out with them or something, then don't do it. But I truly think that person don't get it. It doesn't click with them. And I'm like, and Pizarro kept on saying, "What do you want April to do? What do you want April to do?" I mean, and what she really wanted April to do is get up there so she could act crazy and stuff. And it's just attention seeking. Whenever I was, it's all about whenever I was. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. But yeah. So what else is going on, you all? It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Um, but that's one. They said that Juanita Bynum gave that man his money back, and then she said he can hook her for another day. But it left a bad taste in somebody's mouth when you try to take their money and then don't show up. Okay, I mean, say names. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's a gospel artist, and this artist will take your money and the concert, have you selling tickets, have you putting advertisement on the radio and the YouTube, and then don't even show up and then want to keep your money. So she ain't the only one. Juanita Bynum ain't the only one that's accused of doing those things. It's another gospel artist, and they say that person does the same thing. And a lot of people had to take her to ain't saying no names though. Yes, Lord. So anyway, so it's a lot going on. What's up? What's up? What's up? So y'all, anyway, the cruise is coming on and it's going really well. And again, y'all, me and Miss Cruiser don't have no beef. Mm. I know people want us to have a beef, and I know people want me to be mad at her, but it ain't all like that. And Cruiser has the right to her opinion. I mean, and people talking about she trying to do this, and the third. Let me say this, y'all. People have been trying to sabotage this cruise since day one. Since day one. It's too late now because people going. People already ready. They packed their stuff. They got their bikinis and they suntan lotion and they Dramamine and they ready to go. So it ain't no big whoop. That's right. Juicecation is on and popping. We're getting ready to have a great time. I'm excited. Um, I've downloaded my app, Praise Moses. What's up, 4 Quarter Talk? And that's what we getting ready to do. That's what we getting ready to do. So be ready. And we're ready to have a good time. So anyway, what else is going on, you all? Yeah, I was on Nest Channel last night, and I was just saying, and like I said, people can screenshot, send whatever. I said what I said. You know, I don't use that name that people say because I don't like that term Indian giver because that's a misrepresentation of indigenous people. Indigenous people were promised, and people and snatched stuff back from indigenous people. The Seminole Indians and the Cherokee had made an alliance, and they had a treaty with the United States, and the United States reneged on their treaty. They went back on their word. So I don't like to use that term Indian giver because the Indians were not the one who wanted their stuff back. Again, that's something that the man done made to make us think that the Indians are not benevolent people, or they want something, they want to give it back. Let me tell y'all something. There's so many Indian artifacts that's been stolen from the indigenous folk. You wouldn't believe it. And people selling it on the market now. Not only that, but see, they don't tell the story of those schools to beat and coerce these indigenous people to give up their culture and their ways to become more civilized. And how many indigenous children died at the hands of these people. They don't go to, and to this day, indigenous women are coming up missing, and nobody ain't saying nothing about it. How much land we stole from indigenous people. Let me tell you something. Indigenous people helped them new settlers survive, because it wasn't for them, those people who came over from Europe would have died. And then they killed the indigenous people with their diseases and guns. So I don't like using that term because it ain't right. It ain't right. So I try to use something else, but I just hate people to give to folk, and then they want to throw it up in their face. All they gave, I gave you this, I gave you this. If you didn't give it for the right reasons, then you didn't give it for the right reasons, and that came out. You give because it's the right thing to do. You give because God commanded us to be cheerful givers. Don't give out of necessity, grudgingly. Don't bring it back up in folk face. Just give. Oh yes, most definitely. But I'm talking about the indigenous folk because we love using that term, Indian giver. But that's why I don't use that term. That's why I don't use that term. So I understand that Black people went through, but we forget our indigenous brothers and sisters. And unfortunately, right now, y'all, our indigenous brothers and sisters who married and had children with Black folk don't want to give Black folk no money now. See, this deep now. See, when it comes down to that money, yeah. Somebody said, baby, don't get me started with people and they child rearing skills. I'm serious. I'm serious. I take care of my dog better than some of these people take care of their children. And I'm gonna leave it right there. I ain't specifically point out any specific or Bless Watkins specific content creator. But baby, I take care of my dog better than some of these people take care of their own children. Okay? You would never see Lyric ungroomed and have stuff. Never. Lyric gets her nails clipped and buffed. And in the winter, she wears very nice sweaters. Okay? And she goes to doggy daycare. All right. Never will I ever have Lyric out there looking crazy. And that's my dog. My God. What's up, Cruiser? I've been hearing a lot about that Kurt Franklin documentary. Now, why I got Cruiser on here, me and Cruiser ain't going through nothing. Cruiser got my number. I got Cruiser number. If we need to discuss something, we will discuss something. But like I said, it ain't nothing to discuss because Cruiser hasn't really done anything. And I said she threw a little church shade and I was playing. I'm not upset with Cruiser. I don't know why people trying to make XYZ happen. Cruiser was a blessing. And again, I'm not going to throw Cruiser under the bus. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. Now, what y'all like or who y'all don't like and who y'all want to cut and slice and dice, that's y'all business. But I will say that Cruiser said, because I know your cruise is going to be well organized and so on and so forth. Is it okay to put these people? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But baby, Cruiser was not a clearinghouse to get people for me. That ain't making no money for Cruiser. Cruiser ain't about not losing, making no coin. Okay. Cruiser ain't about not making no coin. Y'all got to be crazy. Cruiser about her money. Baby, it's so much going on in here. But let me say this. I don't even mind these people. I'm to the point where they do what they want to do. Baby, people going to do what they want to do. Do you understand me? They're going to do what they want to do. And that's all I can say. They're going to do what they want to do. And they're going to be who they want to be. If Uppity thinks she is a size 2 in her mind, I'm going to let her continue to carry that size 2 banner in Moses' name. If that's what she want to do. Child, if J. Dunn want to look benevolent, but want to tell everybody how much money she done gave and stuff, let her do it. Let her do it. I mean, these folk off. These folk off. Girl, people up there talking about it's different Section 8s. It's Section 8 for the white collar, Section 8 for the blue collar. Girl, I thought SNAP was SNAP. I thought Section 8 was Section 8. I didn't know it was broken down into compartments. Maybe that's a New York thing. I don't know. But I thought and first of all, Section 8 is federal. Okay? It is distributed federally and given through the states. And so is SNAP, girl. Those are federal. Don't get me started. Don't get me started because it's making too much sense. It's making too much sense. But if people want to be deep like that, I'm going to let them be deep like that. Lord have mercy. No, they don't. Red is wine. They don't. They don't. You know, we good to sleep with. We good to have pretty cheering with. But when it comes to the money, baby, baby. As a matter of fact, we fought to help a lot of those folk not be occupied. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, it's really interesting with that, especially in Oklahoma and Florida. Right now, in Mexico and in San Antonio, the Seminole Indians, let me explain. The Seminole Indians are not only found in the state of Florida, they are also found in Texas and Mexico. There are a couple of enclaves of Black indigenous folk in Mexico, people of color in Mexico. And they have a festival every year. And most of the people live in San Antonio area. And a lot of people don't know that. But like I said, if you don't look into the history to kind of dig in, people keep it quiet. So I'm just being real. Correct. They did. They did. When they start getting that casino money. But let me say this, y'all. Y'all better start doing them blood tests. Because again, if you have blood, baby, you are entitled to that coin. And that's the truth. So if you got that blood, you entitled to that money. What's up, Paulette? So what else is going on, you all? Like I said, I saw the situation last night, and let me say this, you all. Y'all be careful. Be careful. People be setting people up. People be lining folk up. People are trying to cause confusion because they know that some of us won't go back and roll it back and look at certain things, or we don't take things in context, and we work on, okay, that troll said this, and let me tell you, and you just got to be careful with that. So yes, yeah, genealogy helps a lot too. Yeah, and you can do a DNA, you can do blood test. DNA will help you understand. Now, I don't have Indian blood. Well, let me stop. Let me stop. One, I'm according to the DNA, but the rest is West African and European descent. So, uh, uh, Great Britain, Ireland, and some parts of the Scandinavia, and I think that's about 11 or 12%. Hmm. So anyway, but I would really encourage y'all to do the ancestry.com or the 23andMe. Baby, do the ancestry and 23andMe. Now I'm gonna say, if you got cheering out there, you want to slow it down, though, baby, because I'm telling you, if you got cheering, they will find you with 23andMe and ancestry.com. Okay, if your daddy was a Rolling Stone, wherever he laid his hat was his home, baby, they gonna find them stones. I'm just saying, 23andMe and ancestry.com, it's highly accurate, or accurate, highly accurate. I'm just being real with you, and you're gonna find relatives, and I'm serious. So I'm just saying now, if you out there doing things, be careful, because they behind the DNA, Dana don't lie. No, straight from the gate. I have never heard of that. Mm. I know a relative right now, baby. The 23andMe ain't no joke. 23andMe ain't no joke. I this young lady was talking, and I'm like, I know who that is. I said, look, it's not me to really tell you about this. Let me call somebody else, and they can, honey. Then they was having a meet and greet. They was having a meet and greet. They was having a meet and greet. I'm just saying, no, but 23andMe and Ancestry.com, and then I think My Heritage, y'all, those DNA tests ain't no joke. Yeah, I know people say, oh, they $99 and they general, but no, they as large as the pool and more people give their DNA, the more they will pinpoint and find your relative. So I've done 23andMe and Ancestry.com, and I found, oof, rich tapestry, rich family history. That's all I can say. Giving a shout out to everybody in rural Georgia, from Perry, Georgia, all the way to Brunswick. Come on, 341. If you're on that 341 corridor, you know what I'm talking about. So shout out to Perry. Shout out to Abbeville, Hawkinsville. Shout out to McCray, Eastman. Shout out to Hazelhurst. Shout out to Lumber City. Shout out to Bexley. Shout out to Brunswick, Waycross, Rand, okay, Pineview, okay, Fitzgerald, all of them places. If you know them places, more than likely we probably related. Hello, somebody. Baby, them test results have broken up happy homes. They have. They have. They really have. And that's the truth. Miss Paulette, well, J Dunn was on Piss Pot panel yesterday. She was not understanding, but yeah, J Dunn wasn't too happy. She ain't happy. Oh Lord, you ain't happy. It's a lot of things going on, y'all. A lot of things going on. Mm. Well, we have a Hazelhurst, Georgia. Hazelhurst, Georgia. And let me say this: it's so funny because all of these places are so close to each other. So, like, like, um, like Macon is close to Hawkinsville. Hawkinsville is close to Eastman. Eastman is close to McRae. McRae is close to Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst, Lumber City is close to Hazelhurst. Then you got Jessup, Georgia, and then Brunswick. So that's the 341 corridor. And then I have a lot of relatives in Savannah as well. So yeah, but that my family is throughout that area. I am Hershey. So 23andMe and Ancestry.com is no joke, y'all. I'm serious. But I am going to say this. The downside is you are going to find relatives and they're going to be close. When you do 23andMe, you will find out that people have been put up for adoption. You're gonna find out that somebody stepped outside of marriage. Let me tell you something, baby. As much as it's good, baby, it gives you some bad too. Okay, you got to take the good and the bad with 23andMe and Ancestry. So if you ain't ready for some hard truths, then don't do it. I'm being real with that. Don't do it. Don't do it because honey, history gives you the good and history gives you the bad. DNA gives you the good, DNA gives you the bad. And that's the truth. And everybody ain't ready for that. So if you really go and scroll that and you got a scroll back, if not, baby, you'll be very disappointed. Y'all, this traffic is so bad. Oh my God, bad. You know, unfortunately, my European descendants were um, slave owners. They were not yeomen. They were not sharecroppers at all, unfortunately. But it's real interesting. Um, it's real interesting, you all. Y'all, Black people really have we really have gone through a lot, and people know how much we've gone through. And I think people try to minimize our struggle, but I want you all to know again, and I may lose some people here, and I don't care. I don't care if I lose some people here, but I'm going to say it and I'm going to tell it. Baby, that Middle Passage was hell on earth. Do you understand me? I have gone to the fort where the point of no return and it's dark and then all of a sudden it's water and that's all you see. Those ships were wooden ships. Okay, this ain't people being cruised on carnival ships, baby. These were wooden ships. Cargo was lost. Some of those ships was lost to drowning. Some of those people would themselves rather to go into slavery. It was terrible. And then to get to the new land, and see, y'all got to realize all of those tribes didn't speak the same language either. So those tribes spoke different languages. So you can be a part of the Yoruba tribe, okay, but then you could be another tribe here, so on and so forth, and you know, look the same but speak different languages, right? So, but family separated. You were sold like commodity, so it didn't matter if you had a child or not. Your child could be sold away. If he was going to be strong, he was a good investment, and he was going to be a good worker. So we'll sell him to another plantation. That's the kind of stuff. Couldn't read, couldn't write. We wanted you in ignorance. Then you were treated like an animal. They didn't even say that these people were human. This is our plight. Unlike the indigenous people, one thing is they died off because they couldn't deal with the diseases and they couldn't deal with that harsh labor. So they weren't good slaves. And then the indentured servants didn't work out either. So again, we use people from West Africa. And it was a commodity. And people don't understand that. And because folk did that, we can't even find family. We got to go back and piece our stuff together. Now, let me say this to y'all. I see you, Hershey. I see you. Baby, this government shutdown, y'all better watch it. So if you on Social Security, you on SSI, you better pray. If you see, this is the thing about that government shutdown. This is why a lot of people ain't working for the government either. Because if you're a federal worker, you may not get a paycheck. That's on real. Okay, y'all, I got to get out of here. We need to move. We need to move. I'm not staying over here. I don't know what's happening, but Lord. But let me say this, y'all. So on that government shutdown front, y'all really need to understand that if the government shut down, it's a done deal. You don't get paid. Government shutdown is exactly what it is. It's a shutdown. And that means anything that's federal, anything the federal government has to pay out ain't getting paid out. And I just want y'all to be aware that I ain't trying to be funny, but it's real. So if you getting SSI, Social Security, all of that stuff, I mean, you may not get it. And you got to realize as well that that's not only for government workers and people who get Social Security and stuff, that's for military people as well. And all I'm saying is they pay back retroactively. But if you got to pay your rent, is your rent retroactive? I'm just saying. This is why I think we need more government oversight, because if you're gonna have people get their money and y'all have government shutdowns, then there needs to be a law to mortgage companies, landlords, to say, hey, that these people due to the government shutdown, and you will get paid your money back. But see, that don't happen. That don't happen, y'all. That don't happen. I got you, but it's a loan and with interest. I ain't being funny, y'all, but look, this is why y'all better make y'all money. I ain't mad at government workers because they are working. But for folk who on SSI and Social Security and disability and things, y'all need to be taking note. Y'all really need to be taking note. Y'all really need to be taking note. Oh my goodness, y'all. Ooh, this traffic is bad. So y'all, it's getting bad out there. Now we got the UAW conflict happening, which is not good with the UAW. And it's just not it's not looking good, you all. Um and I'm gonna say this. Republicans, you don't need a government shutdown. I'm gonna tell you why. Just like y'all don't need to do this impeachment for Biden, it ain't gonna turn out well. It's just not gonna turn out well. I just don't think it's gonna turn out well. Ooh, y'all, this traffic is so bad. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. Can you hear me? Somebody said you claim to be married, but your husband can't provide financially for you. He didn't even take the children nowhere. Child, I ain't trying to go there with these folk. I ain't trying to go there with these people. I ain't trying to go there with these people. Y'all better stop. Y'all, it's just, ooh, look at this garden. Gartopia. Oh, that garden is looking good this year. They probably have some good fruits and vegetables up in there. But y'all, let me say this. These people are really funny. I mean, let me say this, y'all. I am working 5 days a week to make sure food is on the table and to make sure that my bills are paid. You understand me? That's what I'm doing. And I ain't begging for nobody. Now, if you want to give, that's fine. I am not uber wealthy. I am comfortable. I can go on a vacation. But it is what it is. I'm not trying to impress folk with XYZ. It is what it is. What I have is because that's what I could get. And that's the real. But all of this extra and people doing this and for what? Who you trying to impress on here? And let me tell you something. Please, please, please stop trying to impress people on here. These people can't put you in heaven and they can't put you in hell. Y'all need to stop trying to do that and be who you are and be your authentic self. My thing is I'm my authentic self, and whether you like me or not, it don't matter, because again, I like me. But there are some things that you should be doing as well. So let me see what y'all saying here. Young MIA, I say replace CEO with robots instead of workers. Yeah, AI is coming for a lot of people's job is to busy shake. And these people don't think that's true. Oh, they said that in the past. AI is different. AI is different. AI is different. Do you not know that a lot of surgeons now use AI even for surgeries, and AI is no joke. AI is taking supermarket workers' jobs. AI is taking a lot of jobs. And let me tell you something. Y'all, machines don't be stealing and everything. And y'all don't understand it. It's about the economy. It's about big corporations saving money. They don't care about your finances. All they care about is making more money and being more productive and efficient. And if that means not having people to do it, then they're going to do it. They would rather put all of that money into AI and automation so they don't have to pay you. Yeah, it's a lot of money up front, but in the long run, they're going to make that money back. You are just a human resource, not human capital, but human resource. Lord, do I want to do this? Let me turn. Oh Lord, y'all, this traffic's so bad. I had to take another route. Actors orbit, that's another thing. People don't understand that this AI is fooling people. AI calling people. People don't know. I mean, it's no joke, y'all. The Writers Guild, AI is trying to take them Writer Guild people jobs. Yes, Lord. The Writers Guild is having issues because AI will write a script. It will take all of the stuff that it has learned and will write a script. AI is writing lyrics. AI will be writing raps. Give it a couple. I mean, seriously. So, but the thing is, does it have the spirit of humanness to it? I will say this. In music, I've heard choirs, and they are technically correct, but they don't have no oil, they don't have no anointing, they don't have no spirit. I've heard choirs that may not be as precise, but awesome. Let me give y'all an example to what I heard that was really interesting. I heard Minnie Riperton, 1975, versus Mariah Carey, Kelly Clarkson, and Christina Aguilera doing whistles. They were doing the ha-ha voice. Honey, when I tell you that Minnie Riperton is the queen of whistle, and let me say this, It was natural, it was ethereal, it was organic, and it was not modified. Period. Oh, somebody just sent me some. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Look, April. What's up? Ask April. I see. Is she in here? Okay, I thought I saw her. But anyway, if she's in here, I hope she's doing all right. Yeah. So somebody said Drake and Weekend songs done AI, and now they're using the songs Grammy nomination. Yeah. And let me say this: if it's technical like that, I don't even think it should be in. My personal opinion, but that's my personal opinion, y'all. So anyway, I just wanted to say what I wanted to say today, um, concerning this situation with Jay Dunn. Like I said, y'all, I don't have nothing against Jay Dunn. I don't hate Jay Dunn at all. And I want to put that out there because people think that you really are personally not liking folk. I don't. But my thing is, if you're going to give somebody a gift, give the gift. And don't keep on reminding folk that you gave them the gift. And then when you give a gift, don't use the gift as the leverage. Because a lot of people, let me say this, if you give me something, it's mine, no refunds. Once you give it, it's gone. Secondly, just because you give it, that don't mean you control nothing. You give it because you like the entertainment. But I am not going to be beholden. I am not going to be caged by somebody who gives a considerable amount of money but want to control the content that I put on. And I think a lot of these content creators give a lot of money and a lot of stuff, so people will protect them or they can control people's platforms. And my thing is, no, you don't give because of that. I've given people stuff, and next week it's turned on, they hate me. But guess what? It is what it is. I gave it for that specific reason and that specific purpose. So, they got a selfie museum. How that's gonna work? How is a selfie museum gonna work? Anyway, let me leave. um, is that like green? Baby, between these car accidents and between this construction in San Antonio, it is crazy. San Antonio, y'all need to go on here and get light rail. I am tired of y'all trying to build 50,000 roads, and it's just crazy. Go ahead, San Antonio, and get some light rail, and take all of this stress off y'all roads. I know y'all Texas and y'all don't like people taking trains because that means people can't sell cars. And that means people ain't buying gas and stuff, but y'all need to get a train. Somebody said Jay Dunn should be watching that. Okay, now man, don't be coming out here. Somebody said Jay Dunn should be watching that story in Atlanta with Chef Carmen. She just got a lady put in jail for harassing her online and trolling yesterday. Oh Lord, I heard about that, y'all. Was that the lady that they found in the apartment and they said her legs was all up and everything? Oh my God. I heard about that, y'all. Oh, I heard about that. I was wondering if that's the same lady. because they said they found her in the apartment, baby. They said her legs was up, and it was terrible. They said it was terrible. That oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff going on in these social media spheres, but y'all need to really watch it because people are not stable. I mean, we can see that in the beef sector. People are not stable, and these people, they're not stable, and they're emotionally not mature enough to handle some things. And I'm like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So hopefully people get it together. I can't think about. I can't. I don't know. They said they found this lady in the apartment. I didn't know. I don't know if she's a social media person. But y'all be careful. Y'all be careful out there. And y'all told me about the Armand Wiggins situation, which is wow. People throwing drinks on folk. Y'all gotta watch it. I mean, yeah, people just doing stuff to get notoriety, and it is not worth it. It's not worth it. She was deceased. Yeah, she was deceased. Was she a model? I think she may have been a model. This lady was a model. She's African American and she was a model. And they found her in her apartment. So yeah. And you gotta be careful out there, baby. These people got issues. They got mental problems. So, you gotta be careful. Be careful, be careful. Well, look, you all, I am at my destination. Jesus, so much going on. So much going on. I hope whoever was in that car crash is okay. My God, my God. So anyway, y'all take care. And y'all take care, and we'll talk later on. Peace and love, y'all.